Hello, everyone. This is Neeta, your host for the evening, and I welcome you all to Udaan, the ultimate career talk at Carnival of Hope, Season 6, powered by Deep Parenting. True to its name, Udaan aims to give wings to our students. We bridge the gap between parents and children, opening their eyes to the incredible variety of career streams available today. To help every student available this opportunity, and to help every student soar, I invite you all to spread the word and share the message of Udaan. With this, let's welcome our speaker of the evening, Miss Vishali Sreepada, a
Thank you.
passionate entrepreneur, certified coach, image consultant, and soft skills trainer who is dedicated to guiding students and young professionals toward meaningful career choices. She has experience in training, mentoring, and conducting awareness programs in communication, personality development, POSH, and POXO. Today, Vishali will be speaking on the topic career in law, where she will share valuable insights about educational pathways, opportunities in India and abroad, and the growing scope of the legal profession. Please join me in welcoming for this insightful session. Welcome, Miss Vishali.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nita, for introducing me in a lovely way. Thanks a lot. Hello, everyone. Good evening. As Nita introduced me, I'm Vishali Sreepada. I'm from Hyderabad, and I would like to know the people here from which part of the country, and also your children are in which age. I mean, whether they are in the 10th standard, 12th standard, or anything, so that I'll be able to deliver the details much better. Can anyone? Yes. Mumbai. Yes. Mumbai. Ninth grade. That's
Vishali, your
good.
video is stuck.
Is it?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay. Sorry. Yes, Pune. Okay. Rohtak. Yes. Agra. Nice.
लगा ले शुरू हो
Yes. Are you in? I mean, your children are in 10th grade or 12th grade or undergraduation, graduation. That will be helpful for us to have more meaningful discussion. 12. Okay. Yes. Punjab, Ludhiana, 12th CLAT aspirant. Very good. Okay, let me assume for now that your children are in the age of 10th to 12th, means they are undergraduates. Okay, before I'll start my presentation, just give me one second. I hope everyone can see my presentation. Yes? Can you all give me thumbs up or something where I can proceed?
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you so much. So today we are going to discuss about career in law. Okay. So, as we all know, earlier career means in law, in the sense people used to think only civil or criminal. But today it is not this case. Every sector needs a lawyer, in the sense whether it is a banking sector, whether it is an IT sector, or it is a public sector, everywhere, every corporate company needs a lawyer. It only depends, it is for us to choose which area we want to go for. And earlier it was like people used to think that, okay, when the person is a lawyer, their package or the salaries may not be equal to uh, other corporate companies and all, but it is not so in this case, in this era, because every person is paid equally as a corporate employee. So for that, we can see what are the different options are available for as in career, as in law. Okay. So let me show you what are the other options. So we have, as we know, people who are in ninth grade, means they are going to 10th grade, who are aspirants for law, will have two options. Either they can choose uh, 10th, after 10th, they can choose directly 5 years law, which is this one, which is 5 year law undergraduate, or they can go for after 12th also, second year, which is degree graduation. So before that, we understand what are the different areas where we can concentrate more. You require lawyer in every sector, as I told you. You can choose different things like intellectual challenge, people who are with critical thinking, people who has logical analysis and all. Everyone can pursue this law, and it has global requirement. You can earn a degree in India and work abroad as a corporate lawyer also, or you can go for further studies for abroad like any other MS student who goes for MS for the other countries like US. We have options in Singapore, Australia, UK. Everywhere you have the option of going abroad. Not only in India, you still have the options in other countries as well. Like I told you, if you want to choose from 10th standard, after 10th you want to choose the law as your career, you have the first option, which is 5 years integrated, where it is open from 10th standard, from directly after 12th also you can take it, which where the core subjects are constitutional law, criminal law, international law, family law, and labor law. Upon that, you can have your own
Madam, the
niche.
full screen is not visible. Can you please adjust from your side?
Yes, ma'am. Just give me 1 second. Okay.
Some Microsoft 365 is coming.
Oh, okay, okay. Give me 1 second, ma'am. Let me adjust for that. One second. Uh, Neeta, shall I send it to you so that you can share it? Is it okay for you?
You
Neeta?
want stop sharing and
Yeah,
then
I
reshare.
stopped sharing. I'm
Then
doing it.
reshare.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I think just try once resharing, otherwise I'll try.
Yeah, sure. Because I think I don't have the full version. I think it is not allowing me
No,
to.
earlier it happened.
It happens once. Yeah, just it comes, but hopefully it will change. It will not change.
Yeah, now it is fine.
It's
Yes.
yes.
Now it is fine.
Yes, ma'am. So we have 5 years degree where you can choose your options, where the key subjects are constitutional law, criminal law, international law, family law, and labor law. The same way we have for BSc LLB honors also, which is also 5 years, where you can have both options, where you can go for science and also law simultaneously, where you have more concentration on which are new concepts like cyber law, environmental law, and patent law. And you also have BBA LLB honors, where you can do business along with law, which is a good combination. Okay, then also you have good options like corporate law, taxation, IP, banking law, contract law. So all these three options where you have to do 5 years integrated require you to appear for CLAT, AILET, LSAT India, and individual states have their own law sets. So in order to have CLAT, I think generally uh, you have to go for an exam where you have the aptitude. Majorly, they concentrate on aptitude. So the child has to be very careful about aptitude. and also certain basic terms of the business, how it is going in the current scenario. That all will be discussed in the question paper. So once the child is ready for that, they can give the exams. So the exams majorly generally conducted in the month of May and June, but prior they have the notifications will be already issued. And May 18th is the last exam which is conducted in this year, I believe. So people who wants to do 10 for next year, they should start their preparation from now on, so that they can score a good score in CLAT, so that they get the good opportunity to choose their own college instead of college choosing us. We choose our college here because our ranking matters a lot in this. So the people who have already done in class 12 go for LLB, where the core subjects are civil, criminal, property law, evidence, jurisprudence. This requires individual state exams. They have to go through individual state exams. That, depending on Maharashtra and all, everything, they can choose that. And apart from that, if you go for CLAT and all, you will be eligible for NLSU, where you have National Law Institutes, which are located in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Jodhpur, Raipur, everywhere you have. You can choose, but they all take into consideration your CLAT ranking. CLAT is the first important ranking you should be aware of. So generally, these exams are held in the month of May. So this is all consolidated like JEE and mains. This is a consolidated for overall NLUs across the country, where we have 22 NLUs. So depending on the score, we can choose the college. So and apart from that, these scores are taken by Faculty of Law, Symbiosis Law School, Amity, Christ University Bangalore, Maharashtra NLU, VIT School of Law, which is in Chennai, Gujarat, Patiala, and Rajiv Gandhi IP Law, and also their own state law sets will be required if at all they want their students to have the other exam as well. But generally, CLAT is a major first score they take into consideration. Next, depending on this, you can choose where infrastructure is good and also where you have the opportunity to do interns. So as we said, masters after degree we can do, which is for 2 years, 1 or 2 years, where your core subjects can be constitution, criminal law, human rights, environment, and family. Like we had earlier in degree also BBA, LLB, where business administration with law LLB is there. Otherwise, after degree also you can do it graduation, which is for MBA plus LLB. Some colleges offer this course where you have the option for corporate governance, business law, taxation, which help you to become a corporate lawyer. Otherwise, and also if you want to go for PhD, that is also option available in our country, where 3 to 5 years are required for your PhD. And diploma certificates are also available. But if you want to become a proper lawyer and enter into corporate world, I would suggest people go for a proper degree and law as simultaneously. Law degree is very essential because even though the corporate companies see how you present yourself, but at the same time, they also see your certificates. So certificates also plays a major role. Apart from that, how you present yourself in corporate scenario also is very important.
Again,
what
the
are the
screen, full screen is again not coming.
Yeah, again it is
So
not.
it
Just
will
give
be
me
a
1 second.
problem in the recording. It will not be there. So
Yes, now.
need to
Just give
correct
me.
it.
Just give me 1 second. Neeta, is it possible? Shall I share it to you so that you can do it? Is there any possibility for?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I will be sharing.
Let me check.
Because
Yeah.
because I think since I don't have the version of it, I think it is not allowing, I believe.
Hello, ma'am.
Nita, I've shared it in the group. Can you please check once?
Yeah, let me check, Vishali.
Okay, I feel sorry, not just. This is not working properly. One second. Share this.
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मतलब क्या होता है?
Nita, can you please check once? I just shared it in the group.
Give me a minute, Vishali. Try.
Yeah, sure. Now everyone can say this. I hope.
Yes. Now it is okay. Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you, Nita. Thank you so much for the help.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I think I had a question in this Parul Gujarat. Yes, it offers the same kind of courses and it also has a good they have a good infrastructure and also they have where they have the settings of courtrooms and they also have the options to talk with the judges and also they have internship provision is also available with them. So I think Gujarat Parul is a good opportunity, good option for people who are opting for it. They do have both graduation and undergraduation options and also PG options available with them. So these are the different institutes where you can go for it, where CLAT is a major one. Okay. Nita, can we go for the next slide, please? Sorry. Yeah. So here different options are available, where diploma certificates are all available. But in today's world, majorly I would say that people who prefer for IP, international, property rights, and also corporate, where you have to corporate governance, and also you should know a bit of business law, company law, taxation, where you can enter into the corporate sector. And also, you can be very specific to different sectors. Like if I want to go for a banking sector, I want to be specialized in banking area. Or I can become, because if you become a generalized lawyer, nothing will work for you. So you have to be very particular in choosing your niche. In the sense, choosing your options where you have the good options like international law. International law is a broader term for everyone because it will be covered everywhere, but if you want to go for a specific country you have in mind, so apart from this doing international law, you should also have a good understanding of that country's company laws. What are the things happening in that country? And also understand what are the different options available for us if you want to go for working. Otherwise, if you want to go for studies, you can have different options available for us. Nita, next slide, please. Yes. So these are the other options. As I was telling you, every sector needs a requirement. So different options are available. Like you can become, if you want to become a traditional lawyer, you can also become as a public prosecutor or a defense lawyer, for where you can go and do your, you can talk in the court, but it is not the only option available. We do have many other options where you can enter into your corporate sector, or you can enter into your banking sector, you can enter into your manufacturing, any sector you feel like. Maritime law is also available where you can go for navy and navy and also sea related options also available, because country to country they quote the things. So you should have a knowledge of our country and also to the other countries where our goods are going into. So export and import laws are very interesting for the children. So there also travel will, if children are very much curious about traveling, these are the options available for them. Otherwise, regular laws also, regularly where you have the traditional setup is also available for us. But majorly, can we go for the next slide? Yes. So if at all you want to go for abroad, what are the different options we have? See, our Indian universities everywhere is not so recognized, but at the same time, the amount of time we are spending on this, like 3 years, 5 years, that is counted. Whether you come from a Usmania University or you come from a Gujarat University, that doesn't matter. The only thing they take into consideration is whether you are spending 3 years into it or 5 years into it. Depending on that, they take the consideration, and also you have to go for the individual country exams. Like if it is US, then you have to go for bar counseling exam, but you have to go there, go for appear for the exam, and also sometimes different states of the US also requires you to go through again the same procedure, like you have to study for 1 or 2 years extra. That happens. And people majorly are inclined to UK and European countries where the law, where the process is less comparatively, and also the fee structure is less. So people will opt for it. And you, as you know, you have the major important universities across the globe is Harvard University, University of Law, Cambridge, Yale, NUS, University of Melbourne, Leldon, and Toronto. But these where you have this option, like you have to individual countries require individual exams to go through, and also beforehand we should prepare ourselves. It's not just giving exams, they also see how you present yourself. So our children who are going to abroad to study also need to have some preparation before. In the sense, they should have good communication. First one thing they see is good communication. And also some UK, they also look into TOEFL, where your English proficiency is also checked. But Australia and Singapore, they don't take this into consideration, but they see how you communicate. Communication is a major thing they require, because public speaking and communication, and they also understand how far you understand the uh, regular scenario of a company and how do you manage them. So beforehand, I request anyone who is opting to go for abroad for further studies also do some groundwork in our country. Like you go undergo some internship just for understanding how the scenario is. Better to have some internship and some exposure in our country and then go for the studies. Even 1 year is wasted is not a thing, because your experience matters a lot there, because they see when you present, when the exams are conducted and when the ranks and all everything is fine, but when they choose the candidate, they see individually how you present, what is the knowledge you have, how far you understand the inter-country laws and all. So they see that, and how you communicate, how you present, how you perceive the things, that is more into consideration they take it. So that is the reason we should have some groundwork from our side, have good communication which can be learned, do undergo some internship in good firms, and also opt for colleges where you have these options are given for us, where regularly you are exposed to courtrooms, where you are regularly exposed to advocates, judges, and all, where you can interact with them, understand, and guest lectures from other people. I mean, people who are in those sectors. We do have the lectures that helps our students to have good exposure, and also, if possible, I request all the parents to have a mentor for the child in any college. I mean, suppose if I'm entering into a graduation college where I have some guest lectures coming from outside country, outside call my college and all. I request you to your child should have a mentor. Mentor helps the child to have an understanding how to go about. In the sense, they also have an experience in their own field and also can guide our child. So, mentor is very much important for every child in this sector, because this is new for everyone. Because sometimes company, if you go for a corporate or anything, you might see many people working in different companies, but they don't know what exactly happens in a corporate company in terms of law. They might know what are the rules and all everything, HR and all everything, but they don't know what exactly is required from a person from the perspective of a HR in a corporate company. So there we need the guidance. So I request every parent for you for the child to have a mentor. It helps a lot for their career, because this subject is not it is evolving. And because cyber crime, because many companies will have different options, litigations everywhere. But mentor, having a mentor is very important, and parents also should see for that. And also your communication, child's communication is very, very, very important. You should have, the child should be perfect in their communication. They should know how to present, how to communicate, how to make their points upright to the person, how they should be able to communicate in such a way that what he perceives and what the other person perceives also is everything on the same page. So this is a skill which can be learned. So I would suggest from ninth grade or 8th grade who are aspiring for the law, please increase. I mean, you have to have good communication, for which you need to struggle, in the sense, go for good classes, communication classes, and understand them. So that is the first and major thing they see. And also, if you are opting for options like European countries like France, Germany, and Italy, Switzerland, and everywhere, the main barrier is the language. And if you learn the language, it's very useful for us. Until the UK, it's fine because English only prevails there. But apart from UK, the other part of the Europe requires their own languages. But French and German are the two major languages which are majorly accepted by the other countries. Even though they see whether your medium of instruction in the earlier graduation is English or not, but when you opt for the visa, they see that whether you have the proficiency of the either German or French, at least first level, A1. But if you have A2 and B1, that's very good, because you can easily get a internship right away once you start your college. Because if you go outside the country, the first thing you see is apart from your college, you will have time to work as an internship. For to get into internship, they require your language proficiency. Suppose if you are entering into Germany or Australia and all, they see how you are able to communicate for the local people. So there you need to understand the language importance. Suppose if you are very much fluent in French or German, then your job is very easy. Because I've been in Paris for 5 years, I've seen students struggling only because of language barrier. They are not concentrating on the language before coming to the country. They just think that, oh, hey, okay, we have the English and we have paid for college and all. No. And one more thing you have to be very careful if you are going abroad is the we have to see whether the country or I mean whether the college is really accredited or not, whether it is I mean whether the college is under the government rules or not, because there are many fraud colleges in abroad, especially in other part of Europe, where parents and children also have no idea. They just come to the country and understand that this college is not recognized college. For that, they have paid so much money because they come for these fairs. I think across country they have educational fairs where the other country people also come to the fair and they showcase their colleges, but the recognition is not sometimes not valid. So people will get misunderstand and they just pay for half the amount in this country, and they feel that okay, the rest of the amount they tell them that you can pay in the when you land in our country. Once they land and understand, they feel that the recognition is not there. So half the fees is gone. So some children they try to complete the college and again they have to undergo another college because that is not recognized. But some children will come back to India stating that I have done my MS in other country, but when they do the background check, everything will become clear. So every company will do the background check. Even though we try to hide certain facts, they will come to know and they will not allow us to enter into the company. So before finding out the good company, I mean colleges abroad, please make sure that you have the proper recognition. That is a major issue in abroad countries, abroad colleges, which is majorly not understandable for Indians, because we feel that okay, this is under this college, this is and all, but it's not. You have to go through. You try to contact the alumni of individual colleges where you are I mean understanding which college to go and which place of the country it is there, and understand, and then go through the recognition process. It is fine, you call them directly and talk to them and understand the recognition values, then you can opt for the college. Just because it has come in the education fair and people are coming and some consultancies are giving you the information, please don't go by that. There are many times I have seen students coming to France and Germany where the recognition is not there. So I request before going to abroad, I request all the parents to check thoroughly and then send our children. And if you come to fee structure wise, US is little bit costly, yes, but at the same time the exposure is something different, and still people will opt for it because once you study in US, the job opportunities are there, but at the same time salary wise people think that they pay good compared to European countries, because European countries don't pay much salary compared to US. That is a major drawback where students don't want to go for European countries. UK is much better, but the other parts of the Europe where language is also a barrier for us and salary terms is also barrier. But as I have lived in those countries, I can assure you your quality of life is much better in European countries compared to America, because here they give lot of importance to your individual values compared to US. And one more good thing is that your fees generally will be free in European countries except your your living expenses. And that too, in certain cases, certain countries like Germany and France, they ask you to park certain 10 to 12 lakhs, which they assume that for these 2 3 years, approximate cost of living expenses in one bank account, and you will be withdrawing, your child will be withdrawing every month to use for his or her living expenses in the country. Apart from that, all the fee structure is free for them. But if you go for US and all, yes, it is very costly. And as we all know, before applying also, we have little more procedure we have to consider in applying for US, where they take it into consideration the amount you keep it in your bank account and all. But as such, Europe is very easy to go, and also good life will be there. But the only barrier is language. If you know the language, because our children are still young, it's easy for them to learn language, and it's good to learn another language. It always gives good advantage for us. So if they learn the language, I would say from ninth or 8th standard, who are aspiring for any kind of study abroad, whether it is for law or for MS or for any engineering also, please make your child learn another foreign language. That is a very good advantage for every child, because first thing is, you will be at you will be given more importance compared to other students coming from other countries. Second thing is, when you learn a new foreign language, you also understand the cultural differences and how the things how they perceive in different languages and all, which also helps us, our exposure will be increased, and also our way of thinking also will change. So every child should have another foreign language to be learned before going to any country outside India. Even the country doesn't require, but make sure that if the country has another language, please learn that language and go. Even though the main mode of instruction in France, Germany, and all is English, but they prefer French and German because you have to go for internship. When you go for internship, they want you to speak in their own language. Like French people and German people, they are very rigid. You have to learn the language. That is the only option given for us. Depending on your child's interest, I would say these days, I think corporate law, IP are more in demand, and cybercrime also, because people who are very tech savvy can go into cyber law, which is in huge demand for these days. As we know, we come across every now and then frauds happening online through internet. So if the people are very well versed in cybercrime and cyber laws, it's very advantageous for every child, whether you are doing it in India or abroad. So 11th and 12th, you still have the options depending on your state wise. Otherwise, you can opt for like commerce background, then go for law in graduation level, because that helps you instead of taking science and science background or biology or science, whether it is physics or biology. Instead of that, if you go for commerce background like CEC, MEC and all, because it helps you to understand the economics, certain laws and certain business topics are covered in that, which helps you to go for further studies in law. So that gives a good advantage for everyone. And if you have the option of, like we have seen in this one with MBA, BBA with law, that is also a good option. Or if you go for a science with this one LLB, then if the child feels that I'm not interested in law, then go opt for science. They already have done it. They can go for engineering. But if they are very particular, if they know that in which area they want to go for it, beforehand prepare your child, whether it is for communication or for foreign language, anything, please prepare your child beforehand. And these days, competition is increased in this part, not in any other way. Ranking is not very much into consideration, because rank everyone will get. But go through the uh, interview is very important, because every college, after the you submit all your documents and all, they will call for an interview. your child is reviewed under how circumstances like how far he's able to communicate, how far he's able to understand my language, because accent changes. Even if it is US or UK, whether it is, we feel that English is the medium, but the accent is totally different. So beforehand, you should understand. That is the reason you undergo the TOEFL and all, where their way of talking is the accent we try to understand. But even if you go for further, when you go for a job also, you need this, because that helps us to have a good upper hand compared to other students. So that is majorly important. And can we go for the next slide, please? Yes. So if you want to go for in India, if you want to opt for it, we have different options where you have, suppose the child has, these are the other financial scholarships and available for us. So if you go for UK and Europe, you have funding is, as I told you, education wise, it's free, but living expenses you have to bear for it. But USA, Australia, and all, it is little expensive, where they take into consideration the financial status of the parents, how far they are, how much they are able to do it, and all in every year, how much they'll be able to spend on their child, everything will be considered. So there are parents' income was also reviewed, but in Europe, it is not done. So only if you pay a certain amount, then they are good, we are good to go and study there. So that is the one advantage. Yes, in India also we have good law colleges. We have NLUs are best, and but the only thing is you should know. See, everything will not be spoon fed from 10th onwards. Please make sure you tell your children that from 11th you are on your own. No teacher will help you in spoon feeding. So for that, you have to understand what are the different things I have to make sure beforehand I enter into the corporate world, or when before I enter into the job area. In the sense, I should know how far I am good at, and I should also be able to analyze myself and understand which area I'm good at, which place I'm lacking, where to improve, how to improve. That should be done beforehand, so that when I enter into the job market, when I finish my studies, I'll be at the upper hand and people will go with me. That is how you have to understand. And for that, as parents, we should make sure that we try to analyze the child along with them, and to understand where he lacks, what he lacks, and how to cope with this. All these can be learned. Communication can be learned. These are all the skills which can be learned, but we should have some effort should be put in. And one more thing, if they want to go abroad, it's not that easy, because these days everywhere you have to be on your own, whether it is in internship or to have the part-time jobs. You should know how to spend, where to spend, and how to get the job, how to talk with others. Intrapersonal skills are very, very, very important. So beforehand, you should understand the soft skills, because you should know how to come, how to go along with other country people. Well, because we already have the cultural shock. Apart from that, their way of living and their way of talking and everything is different from ours. So it becomes very difficult. Some children I have seen, just because they are not able to adapt to the conditions, they came back. Even though they paid so much amount, I've seen children going back to India because they are not able to adapt to the conditions. The only condition is in abroad is like that you should be able to go along with them. You should also, because one thing we should keep in mind, that we are always a second citizen for them. We are not the first. So always definitely we find that difference in every country, whether it is UK, US, or Europe, or Australia. Everywhere we are Indians only. So they consider us as second citizens. So we will be, in order to, but we don't have to too much struggle saying that I will become them. No, it is not possible for us to become one of them. But at the same time, we can try our level best to become along. I mean, we can give an opportunity for ourselves also to them to make us one of them. For that, we have to do a lot of background work, because I've seen so many students struggling with that because in beforehand they have no idea what is going to happen in that country and how to live alone. Sometimes you have to live with other country people, and suppose if you go for US or Europe, other African countries people will come, Morocco and African countries will come, and it is difficult to adjust with them because it is totally a total opposite cultural shock for us. At least Americans, we understand that, but through movies or anything, we understand how they live and how far they manage and all. But when we go with other country people, it's very difficult. I'm telling you, people's children will struggle a lot. For that, we have to be prepared. For that, some children will have homesickness, some children will have other issues. But when we go abroad, we have to be on our own. That is what, as parents, we should teach them. From now onwards, we should make sure that they are financially and in other ways also independent. We also should give them the importance. We also give them the opinion to talk and to voice their views so that it helps them for them in their future. Because even if you go for company and for working also, it is very difficult to adjust in those company scenarios, because it is a total cultural shock even for the people who go abroad for working. I've seen people struggling there. They feel that it is very lucrative saying that I go to US or I go to Europe for company purpose, but repeatedly going there and also staying there, if you like the place and all, if you want to stay there, you have to be one of them. You have to mingle there and understand the culture better. So that is what is very important. For that, we have to do a little background work in our country itself. So it's very important, and I request people to do that. And if you can we go for the next slide, please? Yes, these are the common tests we have. I told you, CLAT, AILET and all, where all the MCQs majorly on aptitude, English, because English is a major thing, and they also look into your critical thinking and reasoning. This is what they expect from us. And some will have negative marking also. We have to be a little bit considerate about it. Otherwise, these are the this one. And also generally it happens in May, June exams happen. In some cases it happens in December, but before that we get the notification. We should be aware of when the notification comes and apply for the colleges. So this is what it is. But career in law is very much interesting for any child these days, apart from engineering, please. Engineering is not the only one, and law has changed drastically. Even our perception also changes, because earlier it was only the courtrooms. Now it is not so. We can enter into any field, anywhere, and we can make our own impression there. So if you have any doubts, let me know, please. My presentation is finished with this. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Vishali ma'am. This was
Thank you.
indeed enlightening. I would request, if any one of you have any questions, you can please type it in the chat box, or you can unmute and ask any questions. Kalpam was having a query
Yes.
earlier.
Yes, Kalpam, please let me know.
Very good evening, ma'am. I am
Good
Kalpana.
evening.
And first of all, thank you so much for the wonderful session today. And I just wanted to tell that I am a CLAT aspirant and I will be giving my CLAT this December. And alongside, I am aiming for the corporate law. Like, I'm a commerce student, like, I'm in 12th right now. And I was thinking of BCom LLB, but today you mentioned about BBA LLB, which I was not familiar about. So, could you just
Correct.
tell us a key difference between BBA LLB and BCom LLB for the
Okay.
corporate law?
Got it. Kalpam, where are you from? May I know which
Ma'am,
part of
from
the country?
Khanna district, Ludhiana, Punjab.
Punjab. Okay. See, basically, BBA and BCom will come into consideration, where BCom has overall commerce, in the sense you have to be versed in income tax, and you have the economics, commerce, and everything will be covered. But BBA, they cover mostly into business administration, like international law, finance, everything related to business. So that is a major difference. But if you want to go with business, I would suggest BBA if you have an option in your areas or wherever you want to go for it, BBA with LLB is a good option. Because BCom, everyone will do it, ma. Everyone will do it. It's a normal, even if you do it for distance education also, BComs, the subjects remain the same. But BBA, why you need is because they have the business orientation in that. And also you might get some, if you get into a good college, you might have some internships related to both business and also the law, where you have the advantage. And further also, when you do your LLM and all, it will be a good advantage for you. If you have an option, please opt for the BBA and LLM. So major difference comes in the subject wise, where BBA concentrates more on the business topics and BCom concentrates on most of the regular topics. Income tax, they go majorly into income tax and company accounts and all, they majorly concentrate. Business is very less.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
In the
Anyone
chat
has?
box, yeah, Shoma Chatterjee, actually, I think she had the same query. Which
Yes,
stream
that
is good
Parul
for
University,
career?
Gujarat. Ha ha.
Yeah.
So depending on, I mean, see, what I suggest is beforehand, in order to become a lawyer, three major important things are very important. First one is communication, as I told you. Second one is public. I mean, how you perceive the things is different. Because how you understand, because as you know, as a lawyer, you should understand. It's not that the person who tells is the correct. You should be able to read in between the lines. So that is where your intuition also sometimes works. So you should be able to grasp certain things which are not directly visible on the board or on the paper. So for that, you have to little practice. So second thing. Third thing is you should be always a learner, continuous learner for the life, because every now and then the law changes. They do many amendments in the law, whether it is in regular constitution or in any other companies or everywhere. Even company law do many changes in the laws. Corporate laws are changed always depending on the situations and depending on the present conditions of the country or the overall world situation. So you have to be very well versed. So for that, you have to prepare yourself that I am a lifelong learner, because I have to always update myself. So as someone asked, Parul Gujarat has good opportunities in terms of college options for both graduate and undergraduate. They can go for it. Anyone has any other questions, please?
Any questions? So I should go ahead and thank you. Thank Vishali ma'am on
Thanks,
behalf of
Nita.
the
Thank you so much.
entire Udaan team and the audience.
Thanks a lot.
Actually,
And
the way you explained the various dimensions of the legal profession was exceptionally clear. And I think this clarity provided is invaluable.
thank you. Thanks a lot.
As these students begin, at this stage at 9th or 10th, parents are
Ninth, 10th,
confused. Yeah.
confused. So I think parents also should. What I feel is parents also little bit have to struggle for their children's future. At the same time, they make sure that where they stand.
So Shoma Chatterjee is,
Sure.
yeah, I think you read the message.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes, Shomaji, you can directly contact me anytime. My information is given. I'll post it for you. Thanks a lot.
So I guess no more queries. Everyone is all set, clear. And before we wrap up, would like to invite you all to attend a sensitive topic tomorrow at our Deep Parenting League, where our speaker will talk about the impact of labeling and tagging. So do attend this session tomorrow at 5. And this evening, do witness Enlighten's Teen Talk, where we have our teen athletes today talking about their ambition, about their aspirations and challenges. So do not miss this session at 7 today evening. And see you all there. You all have a
Thank you.
wonderful evening.
Thanks a lot.
Take
Thank you
care.
so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks
Lovely session.
for the Udaan team for giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Beautiful
Thank you,
session,
Manish sir.
Vishali.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. Thank you, Manish sir, for giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot.
And thank you, Gloria, for sharing the screen.
Yes,
It was
thank you.
Thank you for
huge.
being Neeta for some time.
Thanks, Neet. That's the reason I thought I'll put it in this because I'm not sure about it. I think because of
Sure.
the version I don't have it, I think it has the problem. Thanks a lot for coming in and doing it. Thank you.
See you all. Bye bye.
Bye.